rumor has it that Dez Bryant allegedly, or maybe apparently, ruptured his Achilles today at New Orleans Saints practice. He had already ruled out playing this Sunday versus Cincinnati Bengals because he wanted to get in better shape. This is Goodfellas Sports TV breaking this news. Salute to all the brothers and sisters. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button, won't miss another video. Definitely appreciate everybody for checking us out. And right now, we just going to call it a rumor. But Dez Bryant sounds like as fast as the season started, it ended. And that's what happens when you sit on the couch and you claim to work out every day. You're not in football shape. Football shape is a totally different shape than working out and apparently trying to eat right and sit on your couch every day. Going through the football moves, the cuts of the receivers, going through the routes. You can't really mimic the intervals and the intensity of running routes and, you know, being physical on the top of the routes and coming out in breaks and in the practice, even in the regular practices where you just in shorts and t-shirts. You can't mimic that. And apparently that'd be a tough blow. He wanted to really come back and stick it to the Cowboys week 13. That maybe won't happen if he ruptures his Achilles. And I hope it's not true, but you know, I really don't have no love lost for Dez Bryant after, you know, him out there doing what he wanted to do with Jerry and say, everybody should stand, should nobody kneel, and he was knocking guys for kneeling, and then he was putting his hands on his mama, and some of the other stuff that he said in the past that, you know, I really didn't really have any love lost for Dez Bryant, but I never want to see somebody get injured. But if you look at some of the workout video that I was watching on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, he looked a little bit heavy in the lower body and up top. He looked like a tight end. You know, he said 5 pounds. I was thinking more about 10 to 15, maybe 20 pounds he needed to drop to really get in playoff shape and game shape. He looked very, very heavy. He looked very, very slow. You know, he looked like a tight end. You know, like he was Jason Witten with some melanin skin running some of the routes. But some of that's due to sitting on the couch. You can work out all day, but you can't really mimic the even just the movements of shirt with t-shirts and shorts on of football, coming out of breaks and not getting that many breaks and, you know, running routes and then especially if you put the pads on, you going against competition and you getting physical, trying to beat press and get off, man. Your body ain't built for that. You've been sitting on the couch for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, no training camp. You was probably partying all off season, eating Tostitos chips and salsa, down there throwing up the X while, you know, taking tequila shots or whatever you may have been doing. And Le'Veon Bell, he's supposed to report back to the Steelers next week, maybe facing similar fate. Seriously, you can't just come in the middle of the season and expect to come in and be a horse and be a thoroughbred. That's tough to do. That's very, very tough to do, to ask an athlete to come in and just start practicing with the Saints and get a rapport with Drew Brees in week 9, week 10, whatever we in the NFL. That's tough. That's tough to do to ask Le'Veon Bell, with James Conner got a concussion last night, to come in and take 20 or 10 to 15 or 20 carries or 20 touches next Sunday. That's tough to ask him to do. He could be in shape and eating all the right foods and taking all the right holistic and eating all the kosher foods he need to eat. You can't mimic that movement. You can't do that. You can't, even in the simulation, you can't simulate that movement. There's no simulation for real NFL practice speed. And on top of that, there's no real simulation for NFL game speed. He got injured in practice. Imagine what a game would have looked like if you'd have forced yourself to play versus Cincinnati Bengals. He looked terrible. People would have been writing Dez Bryant off. You know, honestly, I thought he wouldn't be ready for another 2 or 3 weeks to get on that field. Seriously. Le'Veon Bell's done it before. He missed a whole training camp. He missed it before a whole training camp. But not, you know, until week 9 or 10 or 11, perhaps, when he come back. So, you know, praying for Dez Bryant, even though I excuse me, I really don't, and, you know, share some of the views he shared about what was going on the politics side of the NFL last year. But I hate to see, you know, a battle-tested soldier go down like that. And he wanted to strike revenge in the Cowboys' hearts of their fans and their players. And it seems like he won't get the opportunity if this rumor is true. But, you know, I know a lot of Cowboy fans are going to be saying, I told you so, I told you so. You know, I'm glad that, you know. And I don't know what the Saints going to do because Cameron Merriman got hurt as well. So they might have to give a contract to Brandon Marshall and see what happened with Brandon Marshall. But, you know, they kind of thin. You know, Ted Ginn's on IR. I don't know how long Cameron Merriman is going to be out. So it's Michael Thomas and who else? And Ben Watson and Kamara. So they got to find them another receiver out there, man. You know, so hopefully they don't reach for Terrell Owens. You know, be the first Hall of Famer to get a gold jacket to come back and play after being in the Hall of Fame. That's gonna be dope. But I'm pick a TO fan. But it's Goodfellas Sports TV. I definitely appreciate it. I put an article link in the description so you know that this rumor is true. So shout out to everybody. Don't forget we on Facebook, Twitter. Also, you can email me video requests, business, related things, sponsorships, whatever you want to get in touch with me. Email me, DM me on Facebook or Twitter, or you can add me on Twitter as well. And you also can join our Facebook group. That link's in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, that donation link to PayPal is in the description as well. Salute to everybody that do donate. Salute to the super chats when we go live. But y'all know what the business is. Goodfella Sports TV. Your boy CJ Goodfella. Mr. One Time for the one time. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. I'll get right back at y'all at the soonest convenience. And tough for Dez Bryant if he did rupture his Achilles. But we gone.